Hijlij may be back in Khartoum's control, but it is still at the center of conflict between Sudan and its southern neighbor. The oil town is internationally recognized as part of Sudan. The failure, however, to properly demarcate the border allows for contested claims of ownership.
We agreed with the government of South Sudan, even before the secession, on 80% of the border lines between the two countries. And those 80% were supposed to be demarcated in the last meetings which were held in Addis Ababa. Till this moment in time, they are claiming Hijlij is theirs. So how are we going to reach agreement?
The African Union, which has been mediating between the two countries since they split, is giving them 2 weeks to resume negotiations and 3 months to reach a deal. What the African Union wants is for Sudan and South Sudan to resolve issues left over from their separation last July. They need to decide the rights of citizens in one another's territory, how to share oil revenues, and the fate of disputed land. But Khartoum says any discussions would be futile if they don't deal with what it calls the security file. Sudan's government wants the Sudan People's Liberation Movement North disarmed. It accuses Juba of supporting them to undermine stability on its territory, a charge South Sudan denies.
Until this moment in time, we are fighting. There are fights in South Kordofan, as you know, in the Blue Nile and in southern Darfur. And they were all instigated by the government of South Sudan. The forces in the Blue Nile and South Kordofan belongs to the SPLA.
Khartoum has welcomed AU efforts to defuse the crisis. The African Union demanded both sides cease hostilities and unconditionally withdraw troops from disputed areas. While Sudan says it is ready to cooperate, it has its conditions. It wants South Sudan to clearly state it will respect agreed-upon borders and prove to Khartoum that it is not waging a proxy war against it. Khodr, Jazeera, Khartoum.